When I first started coming here, it was like a boys' club. There wasn't a whole community coming. It was like 6 of us.
Wow.
So they needed a volunteer, and I haven't left. As far as, Josephine can help you with darn near anything, or Dave, spiritually. And then we got showers, we got laundry, we got good coffee. I guess at the end of the day, if you made enough people smile, if you gave them what they needed, yeah, that's enough.
And it was a dinner theater. Like, we served a full-on meal. Yeah, and so a lot of support from Eastview and other churches. I was a server. One morning, Sunday morning, I was coming to church, and a few guys were sitting outside and having a smoke, and one of them said, "Good morning, Joanne." And I thought, oh, he remembered my name. That just, it is the church in hard places, but nowhere else can you witness and be the hands and feet of Jesus. I just feel like this is exactly where Jesus would be. So,
well, I've been going down to going to see my grandchildren too, and I have a great granddaughter.
Wow.
But I'm not saying that I'm perfect or anything. I've been down that road so many times, and when I was growing up, and I've seen a lot of violence and all that, on alcohol, and so I hope that things can change. But I know it's not gonna change. But it's up to people who wants to change, right?
Yeah.
And
Totally.
it's not it's not just like snap your finger and then okay, you're cured.
Yeah, with jeans, the brand new jeans from Western Glove, and then we put some kind of chemicals in there, and then they go in the rocks, eh? And it was fun working it. We did chip and pepper tie-dye. We did the wrapping with the elastics. I didn't like that, because you break an elastic, it goes in your face.
Yeah,
Oh,
no kidding.
well, 7 years ago, okay, I found 188, and I was staying at 75 Martha, living there for 3 years. But every time I came to 188, like, wow, this is a good experience, eh? They're here to help, eh? The people that you interact with, because we're all down here, give or take, for the same reason, eh? So, yeah, one day I just decided I had enough of this life, passing out in the bushes, passing out in bus shelters. So they helped me go to EIA and get my own apartment now. It's been over 3 years, And 188, ever since then, I like coming here because it gives me a good feeling, hey, that I've been down this road with people and interact. Yeah. They know I'm not here to judge.
I think I've been here for about a year. Probably found out about a year ago. I started coming here when I was homeless and taking a shower. You just go to a coffee shop and have coffee with somebody. But at this place, I was like, maybe either have some prayer, and they do have church on Sunday, so it's kind of like good, yeah. Well, I mean, it's totally good, And they did my taxes for me, so yeah, it's not just a place where just a bunch of random people drop in. It seems like friendships are building, and people are dropping in, and then it's working out, yeah.
If I don't do the taxes, they don't get the money. I tell them, the government has a big bank with your name in it, and it's your money. You have to know how to ask for it. Last year was a big year here. We did $330,000. Like, somebody gets that money all of a sudden, and what it'll do for some people is it enables them to get into housing. It makes you feel good because, like I said, I'm helping put money into their pocket, right?
Our one big question is, what is your hope for today? And we do our best to help them through that. Just to be able to come in and see these people every day and share in their stories. If someone is coming and giving me that trust and sitting down with me, whether that be in the drop-in or in my office privately, it's an honor for me that they have put that much thought into being able to sit down and share their story with me. So I find that very touching, and I think that just speaks volumes.
And the way Dave does it, and the way these people that I don't know what he does. I think he drugs them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's something special that God can do anything, right? God is the mind, but He is. He is. Now, when you think about that, right? And you know when I pray, I say to Him, "What can I do for you today?" Think about that. What can I do for you today? And you know what He does? He abidingly gives me something to do, and I go, "Is this it? Wow, you're a pretty tough character."
But as the word went out on the street that, this is a drop-in and, you can come here. So I felt a little bit strange at first. And but once I'm the type of person who can get along with almost anybody. When I started to get known, then I also realized, oh, gee, they have church services upstairs. So I thought, oh, wow, okay. So... And that's how I got to know Dave. And Dave is a really good friend of mine. We get along like that.
After like getting high and stuff, and I'd be able to come here and just like mellow out, because I was at a time in my life where I had to get high to socialize. Though when I got here, they were just so very attentive and considerate and self-aware of who they were, and I recognized, I resonated with that. It's just their strength, and so I'd absorb all this energy here, and then I'd walk around and do my thing, and all the questions that it provoked, you know what I mean? I felt safe enough to answer, and safe enough to look for answers, and safe enough to support myself, and realize that, if I'm going through this, other people are going through this, you know what I mean? And I like the fact that, Josie and Chaplain Angie are here. I mean, it has some pretty big shoes to fill with Chaplain Greg not here, but I mean, he still makes visits. I see him sometimes, and it's always great. Yeah.
I would always come back then to the Tuesday lunches where there was quite a number of people that would show up for the lunch, but they would stay to do a talk with Dave. And I was just it was so neat, because the first couple of years it was always about community and come and we'll be safe here because we're not going to judge anybody. And it was right from the very bottom, trying to build confidence from the community to come here. And I'm just so because now, I mean, people come. It took a while. But people come, and they come to church on Sunday now, and it's full up there, and it's just so amazing how this has evolved over the last 10 years.
I used to work for investors, and the strip down Vaughan Street to the parking lot, there was a lot of people asking for money and things like that. And one day I was quite far away, and I saw a guy with a guitar, a busker, standing there, and this beautiful voice singing a song. And I don't think there was any guitar accompaniment, but the song was a big, strong voice. And I've always liked getting near the buskers, and as I got close, I noticed there was quite a disheveled person standing right in his face. And as I got closer, I realized that it wasn't the busker who was singing. It was the disheveled person. Beautiful voice, knew the words, singing it strong. And that was a shift for me. It was, okay, I can't look at that person the same way anymore, right? So how many other people should I not be looking at the same way? And I probably did nothing about it for years until we got here, and then it's kind of, okay, we as a community, as the people of the world, have to look at others through a different lens.
What kind of brings you back here?
Well, for one thing, out of all the people, in general, he seems to be the most knowledgeable. And approachable.
In what
well,
way?
if you walk in through the door and you ask him a question, he's on his phone within 1.3 microseconds, and you really never see that anywhere else.
Huh. That's
in fact, I see some pastors that are, you can't really have a conversation with them. They're more interested in getting somebody pencil sharpener or some mundane, everyday object. And to me, diverting possible quality time, fill in the blank, religious, spiritual, emotional, mental support for mundane activities. That's what I see that as. I may not be the most intelligent guy, but I am quite perceptive.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take me 10 years to figure that out and say, well, like from an approachability standpoint, like my mom and dad quit drinking when I was 12 years, 8 months old. And how many people, when I would say that to them, they would almost throw me the ticker tape parade of New York City. They don't realize that how old 12 years and 8 months old to see the torment, damage that was done to me. And it'll probably follow me till the day that I die. And I only really recognized that in the last little while. Even though some of the things are probably not the newest in the world, it just, I don't know, it's just the feeling I have is that it has like an air of a cheerfulness and warmth to it,
And I walked through those doors for the first time. I didn't know anybody. I was petrified. But then, like I said, the people, kind of ease that when they start talking and making me feel more at home and relaxed. I'm not really worried anymore because I have all the help I need here. And if I'm ever lost or short of ideas, I can come and talk to Pastor Dave or Josie. So yeah, they're positive. It's a great place. I'd be sad if it ever closed down, and I would go bonkers if it, I would, because this little drop-ins is all that I have. It's all that some of these people have, and that's why they keep coming back, because this is like a second home to them. It's home.